Welcome back. Omaha leads 1-0 at Baxter Arena. He may be out of the lineup in the regular season finale tonight for North Dakota, but Bennett Samolik has definitely made an impact in his first year of NCHC play. North Dakota is able to find wins in all different ways. Tonight they do so in overtime to extend their win streak to 4 games, the longest of the season. I've been following the decibel meter. Right now it's at about 99 to 100 or so. If you're going to leave an all-NCHC pick up for grabs with the 3rd overall pick, I'm going to take Cameron Berg. The Coyotes are one of the best teams in the nation from beyond the arc. They only had 1 through 20 minutes. What does that say about your defense? Your teammate, TJ Septon-Felter. How do you spell his last name?
Yeah, you should get mad at me for this one, but I got no clue. I got S-E-M-P, and that's about it.
Okay, we'll get back to you on that one. I know it's a cliche in hockey, but scoring first has proven to be pivotal in this series. In 30 of the last 35 games between North Dakota and Omaha, the team that scores first has gone on to win the game. That also meant it was the first time there were no fireworks displayed inside Ralph Engelstad Arena. Well, they were definitely put to use in the first period. 3 goals by North Dakota. Ironically enough, there's some fireworks right now as they're honoring the 1963 national champion UND hockey team. 35 degrees has never felt better in Grand Forks. A great student turnout once again tonight at Ralph Engelstad Arena. North Dakota has not swept a conference opponent for 6 points at home yet this season. Will tonight be the change as the race for 4th place is on in the NCHC? Why not throw it back and wear the Nodak sweaters once again? It worked last night for North Dakota. You see Cade Littler warming up. 3 of his 4 collegiate goals have come against the Bulldogs. He was part of a freshman class that had 5 combined points in North Dakota's 4-2 win on Friday. Welcome in alongside Brett Hextall and our fantastic crew here at Midco Sports. I am Taylor Budge. North Dakota working to build off of its first Friday night win in 2025. Head coach Brad Berry saying that the team changed its approach a little bit going into game 1. But Brett, how does this team ride the momentum of Friday as they work for their first sweep since December? Coach, your team going through some adversity right now on the injury front. What have you learned most about your group, though, during this stretch?
Resiliency. Doesn't matter who's in the lineup. We play our best, and unfortunate Camberg's not in our lineup tonight, but we're going to step up tonight. Everybody's going to pull the rope a little bit harder tonight, and that's the beauty of our team.
11 goals in the first 11 minutes of games so far this season. How do you establish your offense early on, especially against the #1 defense in college hockey?
Playing to our identity. We're a hard, fast team, and if we can get off to a lead where we, all 4 lines and all 6 defensemen are playing that way on the same page, and playing in the offensive end and being relentless on pucks, good things will happen, and that's what's been happening the last couple games.
Coach, thanks for your time. Good luck tonight.
Thanks, Taylor.
North Dakota 4-0 this season when scoring first. Alex and Jim, let's send it back to you. North Dakota has won 8 straight games at Ralph Engelstad Arena. As much as UND wishes to play more games here, they're hoping tonight is their last so they can advance to St. Paul. First, they need to go past a Miami team that is fighting to keep their season alive. After being shut out in Omaha last weekend, Owen McLaughlin delivers for UND in game 1. 1 goal and 1 assist in the 5-1 win. The sophomore has 11 multi-point games this season. Ryan Sullivan was the lone goal scorer for the Redhawks last night. Miami hasn't advanced to the frozen faceoff since 2015. If they want to keep their season going, the Redhawks will be turning to the senior as well as the 12 other upperclassmen on this roster. Welcome into North Dakota Home Ice, sponsored by the Sioux Shop. I'm Taylor Budge alongside former assistant captain for North Dakota, Eric Fabian. North Dakota is 1 win away from the frozen faceoff. They improved to 16-4 all-time in the NCHC quarterfinals. But you got to remember, a Miami team is coming in tonight hungry to keep their season going.
I would expect Miami to be desperate tonight. Obviously, their season's on the line. That's the way you want to play. We're going to know a lot, though, in that first 10 minutes of the game. What is it going to look like? Is Miami willing to go out there and fight? If they're not, if UND can take that will away and make them go away early, that might be obviously play well for UND. UND, after last night, still remains number 3 in the pairwise. You want to keep that #1 seed all the way through. Obviously helps with the line changes there, and those are the matchups you want when you get to the NCAA tournament. Miami
coming out with plenty of momentum in Friday night after killing off a 5-minute major just 2.5 minutes into the game. But UND strikes first as we take a look at the highlights. This is why you play the full 20 minutes of the period. Just 1 second to play in the first. We knew this was going to be worth the wait. Jake Schmaltz, his first goal in 369 days.
That's a long time between goals, but a quick up play, right? UND takes advantage, quick transition. Jake Schmaltz quick to the middle, nice shot between the defenseman's stick and the skates, and finds the back of the net.
North Dakota kills off back-to-back Miami power plays in the second period and turns the defense into offense. Garrett Pike causing a cluster in front of the net. Owen McLaughlin cashes in for number 13 of the year, 7 points in the last 7 games, while Garrett Pike snaps a season-long 4-game pointless streak. Miami responding just a minute later, though, Ryan Sullivan with his 5th goal of the season, and that makes it a 2-1 North Dakota lead. Still in the second period, UND on the man advantage. Now, we've seen this just a few times in Reese Gaber's career. The wicked wrister for his 8th power play goal of the season.
UND did a good job of taking the momentum back. After it went 2-1, Miami could have found a way, get another goal, tie the game up. But UND played hard, found their way, get that 3-1 lead.
In the third, Jackson Blake extending his point streak to 8 games, 20th goal of the season. What can't you say about this kid?
Jackson Blake doing Jackson Blake things. I remember watching him. Here he gets it, head is up the whole time, cutting across to his right, shoots back across to the left, beats some blocker side, great play all around, and great pass by Jackson Coons.
Yeah, Blake dishing dimes as well. What a sequence here to set up Jake Livanovich for his 4th goal of the year with a 2-point night. Livanovich ties Brian Lee's record for most points by a UND rookie defenseman that was set 18 years ago at 27 points. 10 North Dakota players have a point in the 5-1 win as UND improves to 25-10-2. The UND PK was perfect once again, which included killing off a third period 5-minute major. UND's penalty kill is 18 for 19 in the last 7 games.
They're very good in their structure right now. To be successful on the penalty kill, you have to be very good in your structure, and they're doing that right now. They're making the good reads. They're aggressive, but when they're going and they're being aggressive, everybody's moving together. It's not just one person doing something, somebody doing else. They're doing a good job of making the read, pressure when they can, back off when they have to make sure nothing's getting through the middle of them right now going across ice, so great job by them.
Hobie Hedquist getting the call late to step in for Ludwig Persson as well. His first start since January 13th, and the freshman has 23 saves.
He stepped up. The moment wasn't too big for him. North Dakota played strong in front of him. Great effort all around by Hobie Hedquist. Hope to see it again tonight.
And here's what the coaches had to say post-game.
You actually missed that one. That was over here, and you put a red ace down there and costed you a free move.
There's something special about Thursday nights at the Shirek house.
We're just gonna enjoy a little bit of cards before we go to bed and get a little rest for the big race tomorrow.
I'm gonna lay these down first, so.
It's a chance for Nick and his wife Jessie to spend time together.
Is it my turn to go?
I don't know, it's just kind of, you don't have to do a lot of thinking necessarily, but you kind of get to do something together.
Hold that, so I'm gonna pull one more.
A simple deck of cards has been the ace to their relationship the past 18 years.
If it's not playing cards for a few minutes, we definitely try to communicate before we go to bed for sure, and we try to make this a special time for both of us.
Tonight, it's their way to wind down after another busy day.
3 kids under 8, but it's fun. It's a good hectic.
Now the Shireks are all in on another adventure.
Deep down inside, I always thought if I can get some things squared away, maybe I can come back to this one day, and here we are now.
For the first time in 13 years, Nick Shirek is back in the driver's seat.
For me, it's family first, then it's my job, then if there's some extra time, we'll go racing.
All for 5H.
What has HUD taught me? He has taught me to not give up.
Nick found his passion at the track 2 decades ago, alongside his brother Chris.
My brother and I were just kids when we started. We got into sprint cars when he was 14, I was 11. That was when my old man bought our first race car.
As expenses started to pile up for the family, working to keep 2 cars on the track, Nick took a step back to let Chris keep his foot on the gas and focused on building his career at Rydell, a job he loved, but it ultimately took him away from racing altogether.
I never ever did say that it was anything about retirement from racing because deep down inside, I always just thought that there would be a time that maybe we'd come back.
It was an urge that he fought for 13 years.
I tried really hard to stay away from racing. Flow Sports, Dirt Vision, all the different subscriptions that you can have to like watch races whenever you want. I canceled all that stuff. I just was like trying to do everything I could to not have any focus on it.
I think he was trying to mask something that was deep down and thinking that if there was nothing to see or whatever, that it would go away.
Then, this past January, Nick was ready to take the chance, betting it all on his return.
This gentleman out of Twin Valley, Minnesota had this roller. He's like, but other than this car, he goes, I do have another frame. I was visiting with Jess a little bit and I said, you know, honey, maybe I'll buy this frame from this guy and then as a hobby, over the course of a couple years, I'll just piece it together, and then maybe in a few years we'll race. I think half a day went by or something, and he sent me a message. He goes, well, can you just take everything? I was like, oh, because I knew, you know, it's like I knew if I said yes, I'll take everything, that like, here we go, right?
I think he pitched that, and maybe 2 weeks later, we were on our way to Mayville to get a motor. So I was like, okay, that's when I knew that this isn't just gonna be a little hobby, that he wanted to definitely get back into it.
This wasn't just a comeback. It was an entirely different car with new challenges.
But there's so many special tools, jacks, jack stands, wheel wrenches, all these special fuel tools, you name it. And I'm like, holy, we sold all that stuff, and you don't really think about that when you're trying to build something back up. Yeah, after hot laps maybe.
More importantly, this return comes during a new chapter in Nick's life.
When you double down, it's like you're going all in. This is the second time I'm giving this a shot, so it's like double the second time, and I'm kind of all in. I want to do it, and I want to kick some butt this time.
Nick wears the hat of general manager, wingless sprint car driver, but his proudest title?
Hi, guys.
Dad.
Oh, did you get a mask, Cam?
Bo, Cam, and Hudson.
Hey, dude.
Not only Nick's inspiration, but reason for more.
I said, well, what number do you think Daddy should be? And Cam, my middle boy, goes, 5, be number 5.
It's not just the number, but the letter beside the 5 that holds this family together.
So 5H is Hudson, and for obvious reasons, Hud's gonna have his name on the car. Gonna go in the trailer for a minute, bud?
Yeah.
In 2015, Nick and Jesse's first son, Hudson, was born with Down syndrome.
He's been the light of Jesse's in my life, obviously since day one, and kind of led the path for everything. But Hudson will hold a special place in everybody's heart that he comes in contact with. And me, I want to make sure he gets the spotlight that he deserves. And if that's a little number H next to the 5, that I know that's him, that's great.
Hudson's smile, infectious. His determination, unmatched.
Are you ready for Daddy?
But if he can teach me and our family that you can do things and you can be good at them and you can go hard and figure it out, then damn it, that's what I'm gonna do too.
I mean, everything revolves around HUD. So, you know, making sure that, you know, he might not have the same opportunity as our other boys to actually race, but to make sure that he can still be involved, if it be through, you know, 5H for Hudson, or, you know, finding ways that he can still be involved and do all of the things to, you know, make it a one family unit.
So when Nick takes the track, he's not just racing for himself, but for the ace in his heart.
Look, Hud's waving to Daddy.
When I raced back in the day, it's not that I didn't race to win or anything like that, it's just that it was very challenging and very hard. Now that I'm putting this together, like I have sights and goals that I want to win some races, and I'm gonna do it until I do that for sure. Oh, that's a good one that you laid down there.
Success isn't built on the number of wins or trophies in the garage. For Nick,
I'm getting some cards here.
I know.
it's the journey.
We're trying. I'm certainly nothing special, but I'm definitely having a good time, and it feels good to be competitive.
He is, you know, so focused, and when he gets a passion and finds something that he really wants to do, he'll complete it.
Whether or not he earns a trip to victory lane, there are still plenty of W's to take away from this experience. And if Nick ever forgets that, all he has to do is look up and remember the letter next to the 5 on his tail tank.
If he can be determined and figure something out and do it with a smile on his face and not get too frustrated, then we can all learn a little bit from that.